Okay. Well, I have an ability to see, um, and I have a long-term memory loss, so I need different tools to be able to refresh my memory. Um,
Whenever y'all ready. Do you know how to read and write?
I was taught how to read and write. I can't really do it visually anymore. I use screen readers and technology to help me.
Do you suffer from any mental handicap or physical handicap?
Yes.
And that is,
I'm sorry.
and what is that?
Are you asking about my disabilities?
Yes, what are your physical or mental handicap?
Well, I can answer like what functions I can or can't do, but I'm not going to disclose like what specific disabilities I have.
Well, I guess then what can and can't you do?
Okay. Well, I have an ability to see, um, and I have a long-term memory loss, so I need different tools to be able to refresh my memory. Um, I have I'm affected by interruptions or multiple people talking at once. It distracts or confuses or makes me lose my train of thought. Um, Same thing with threatening or coercive situations. I can lose my train of thought. Uh, I'm severely impacted by exposure to lights, certain smells, and even certain foods render me um, with intense head pain, which makes me unable to move or speak.
I just asked the court to make a finding that you are waiving or forfeiting your right to appear for this hearing in person.
Uh, no, I'm not. I'm not waiving that right to appear in person. Um, I I physically can't because of disability. This is an accommodation made because of disability. It's not. I'm not waiving any rights. It's upholding my rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act and the 14th Amendment. This was several days, like 4 or 5 days before the attack on me on the January 4th in the health department. That same day when I left the courthouse, somebody that sounded like one of the security officers, I can't confirm it was voice or not, and we have audio of this, pulled up in front of the courthouse when I was walking along the sidewalk and threatened to kill me, threatened to shoot me. I made that police report the next day on the 1st of February. And then 3 days later is when he actually enacted his plan to attack me in the health department.
Anything else from the state on the video?
On the video recording, that's it.
Okay. Can I get a copy of that policy pursuant to rule? I think it's 6. Hold on. It's rule 612. Can I get that provided? Uh, well, I would like to call Miss Gaither to the stand.
Who's that?
I would like to call Catherine Gaither to the stand.
Who's that? The clerk?
Yes, sir.
He's in training.
Okay. Then the other, I think was it Coltrane, Ashley.
Caps has raised his camera, so I'm unable to see him. I'm looking at his ceiling.
Okay.
Judge has got his finger across his mouth, just kind of watching the screen.
Okay.
These
The
answers you're about to give to the court are the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
and I cannot hear the witness.
Just turn the microphone.
I have no video for anybody else besides James Caps and the judge and you and William.
Okay. And the interpreter says there's no video of the witness either. Can we get that?
Well, I don't know any way to do it. I can turn my computer.
Okay, he signed in under Ashley Coltrane. That's why. So now I don't have judge visual. I have witness visual.
Okay, that's fine. Ms. Coltrane, can you hear me?
Yeah.
And is there any way to get a microphone to her? I think I'm probably getting her audio from the judge's computer for somebody else's.
This is at least 4 to 5 feet away and a side view of her. I think they're waiting for you.
Ms. Coltrane, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how long you've been working at the Guilford County Courthouse as a clerk?
You raise your right hand and be affirmed.
Do you swear that the answers you have given to the court are the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I so affirm. What?
Talking to me? Talking to me? Hi, how are you? I was here the other day asking about mental health. Who are you? I don't know who you are. I'm talking to this lady here. So okay, who are you? No, I don't go with people that I don't know.
I don't talk to people I don't know.
Okay, then I'll talk to her.
But she don't need to talk to you. She don't want to talk to you.
Okay, well,
What do you need?
I'm trying to figure out something about services here.
You've been here before.
Uh-huh.
You've asked the same question. Oh, you know you're harassing her now.
Excuse me?
You're harassing her now. You've been here before.
No, I'm
Asking
trying.
the same questions.
How do you know what question I'm asking?
Because I've heard you before.
What question am I asking?
Don't you know?
I know, but you're telling me.
That's different than saying you need to leave or stop recording. That's reverse.
You were placed under arrest, correct?
Say that again.
You were placed under arrest, correct?
I believe I was unlawfully kidnapped.
It's a yes or no question, Mr. Nelson. You were placed under arrest by Officer Boyce, correct?
Are you calling for a legal conclusion?
I'm just asking you a yes or no question.
I did not hear Officer Boyce say that he was a police officer. I didn't hear him say that I was under arrest. I was, as far as I knew, I was being attacked by an unknown person and then being kidnapped.
So is your testimony that you were not placed under arrest?
No, I didn't say that.
So is your testimony that you were placed under arrest?
I didn't say that either.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
No, I'm not. What do you mean by placed under arrest?
I'm asking you if you were arrested February 4th, 2020 by Officer Boyce at the health department.
I do believe that's what the Officer Boyce claimed, but it was a kidnapping.
I don't have any other questions, Judge.
Yeah, I guess just the redirect would be just kind of following up on that last question and answer. Again, Mr. Boyce never told me he was a police officer. He never tried to effect an arrest in a reasonable manner of the way a reasonable officer would. With somebody with multiple injuries, including visual impairment, you can effect an arrest just verbally. There's no need for any kind of force to effect an arrest, and that was not the option that was chosen. Instead, I was violently attacked and slammed to the ground and injured further.
Judge, Judge, grants him the ability to take his phone or cameras or devices that he has for the purposes of recording inside a public building, specifically on February 4th, 2020 at the health department. The second question, again, that's answered through the cases that reference that, mainly with the implied consent issue. And then the third question, if there's no First Amendment issue, if there's no trespasses, it's a lawful arrest effectuated by Officer Boyce. Briefly on the First Amendment issue, I've handed Your Honor two cases. That is the Benzig case as well as Hodge, the County Board of Commissioners. These are federal cases. The Benzig comes out of the Western District of North Carolina. That's a June 2020 case. Just will draw the court's attention to pages 6 and 7. The important holdings by the court in that case is that it does note that there is no absolute First Amendment right to record public officials doing their duty. Specifically in the context of this case, it's talking about recording in government buildings. The court goes on to reason that courts have previously upheld restrictions concerning the use of cell phones in government buildings, where it cites the Hodge case. It cites that the courthouse's own policy indicating that, and the court also indicates that generally these restrictions are viewpoint neutral and generally applicable because they don't limit a defendant's right to speak, and they're reasonable in terms of the purposes that those policies serve before them.